Every sip of Coca-Cola brings you closer to the excitement of the FIFA World Cup 26. Because nothing compares to the joy. So grab a Coke and drink in the FIFA World Cup 26. No purchase necessary. 13 plus in 50 U.S. states and D.C. with a web-enabled device. Ends March 1st with 8 entry periods. Rules at cokeurl.com/soccerrules.
All right, welcome back to Victory Drive, everybody. Last weekend, had an absolute great time catching up with all you folks that decided to come out and see us at the Illinois Deer Classic. We had an absolute great time, and I can't express enough to you guys how much I appreciate you guys listening and coming out and supporting us at these shows and and everything else that we do. Absolutely can't say it enough. You guys rock, love it, and love you guys. So with Illinois concluding, next weekend we got the Open Season Sportsman's Expo in Columbus, Ohio. It's the 30th annual show there, the Open Season Sportsman's Expo in Columbus, Ohio, March 15th through the 17th. So that's next weekend. I am only going to be there for the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I don't have that much PTO that I can spare for my job. So Ashley and I will be there the weekend. All right. We're going to drive like fucking 10 and a half hours out to Ohio, hang with all you guys, hang with one of my buddies that lives out there. And it's just going to be a great time. Love to see you guys out there. And once again, thank you for the support. So with that said, we'll go get into everything else. This episode we have on Isaac Goetzinger. So Isaac Goetzinger, he works at Grizzly Coolers, title partner of the show, and just sit down at ATA with Isaac, have a really good talk. I think this is the last one that we have from ATA. So if you guys like the ATA episodes, great. If you didn't, well, then they're over. So talked to Isaac, got caught up with him about some new products coming out with Grizzly and just shooting the shit in general. You guys get it. So, so it's going to be great. Hopefully you guys like it. And so we'll just kind of gloss over Grizzly, the title partner of Victory Drive, because we're going to talk about them quite a bit in this episode. So with that said, we also have Black Ovis. You guys want your all one stop. Holy fucking shit. Ugh. Sorry about that, guys. That was rude as hell. One stop shop for all your outdoor needs, whether it's camping gear, hunting gear, arrow shit, bow shit, whatever you need. Black Ovis has got it. Use code VICTORY to save some coin there. Huntworth, absolutely the best hunting clothing you can get, in my opinion, for the price, if that makes any sense. They are the best bang for your buck when it comes to hunting clothing and outdoor clothing in general. I feel like if you guys, I really do think that if you guys give them a try, you will also agree, or at least won't be disappointed. Use code WCB15 to save some coin there. That's WCB15, WCB15. And Mountain Ops, sick of being a fat fucking piece of shit. Get yourself some supplements, get in the gym, and get working out. Stop being a loser. Work out hard. Drink Mountain Ops. What else? I don't know what else to tell you. Use code VICTORY at checkout to save some coin with Mountain Ops as well. So once again, appreciate you guys all listening. I do also want to say that Africa, if you guys we're getting close to the wire. We're going to start buying plane tickets here soon. But if you guys are interested in going to Africa, let me know. I think there's still a couple slots available between all of us here. So let me know. Pretty excited to get on all these hunts and get going on all this shit. This is going to be a good time. And hopefully you guys enjoy the ride. All right. So without further ado, everyone please welcome Isaac Goetzinger. All right. Isaac Goetzinger. How you doing, man?
Good, man. You even got the last name right.
Yeah. I had to practice a little bit before you sat down, but I was right the first time, though. I didn't screw up too bad.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
You did a way better job than 99% of the people that look at my last name, walking around with this name badge, they're like, what?
What do they say? Goetzinger?
Usually.
Yeah. Is it? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, Goetzinger, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're just singing the goats, dude,
I've been called it all.
So, you're with Grizzly Coolers. Do you want to give us like a little backstory on like yourself and Grizzly and like what's your official title and job and all that good stuff is with Grizzly?
Yeah, absolutely. First and foremost, thanks for having me on, man. Cutting away from the show here. Those good times. Glad to finally be on the Victory Drive podcast. I've done a couple with the WCB main show, and now it's good to be on this one. So
yeah, that's good. Real quick, do you want to get just a little bit closer?
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect.
How's that?
We're good. That's great.
All right. Well, so Grizzly Coolers, my title now is National Sales Director. So I'm on the sales side, and I end up helping a lot with marketing and doing some product development now. And, it's been great. I've been there for 12 years.
Oh yeah, that's a while.
Yeah. So really when Grizzly started taking off and we started adding new products and the company wanted to really put some more marketing behind the brand.
Mm-hmm.
And I was one of the first hires for that position and to sell that brand exclusively. So that's where I started kind of from the ground up. And at that time we only had 3 coolers. We had a 60 cooler, a 150 and a 400.
Yeah.
That was it. No drinkware, no soft sides, no nothing.
Yep.
So it's been great to see where the brand's gone and the direction and everything that way. Previously I was in the outdoor space with Gander Mountain. I worked retail. So I did that for 8 years and, ended up falling into Grizzly. It was literally 45 minutes from my house and everything happens for a reason. And here we are. It's been wild. So it's been great.
Okay. So you start just as a in-store sales rep with Gander, or were you?
Yeah, I was in the archery department.
Okay.
I ran a few archery departments, and then as I moved around to a couple different stores in Minnesota, and I got on their remodel team. So at that time they were really expanding. So I was going around doing remodels and new store setups and things like that. So a lot of travel, and it was just the grind of retail, and when I had no idea what Grizzly was. And when I saw the job posting, I was like, oh man, that sounds cool. It's a different brand and up and comer. And it kept me in the industry, right? So I could stay in the outdoor space, and was what I wanted to do. And sales was kind of my thing at the time. I just wanted to keep going. It was kind of the opposite end of the spectrum, right? Because I'd be selling 2 stores versus selling to the end consumer on stuff. So,
sure.
That was it was a little bit different way to look at it, but it was great. I wanted to make that next step. And, when I got hired, it was basically just go make it happen. We like we said, our product was pretty light with 3 sizes and everything. And as it grew, it just kept on snowballing from there. And, just getting to work with the team, and we have a great engineering team, and, myself, Jeremy, and everybody that R&D to help bring new products to the market. Ownership just wants to be in that outdoor space and just keep bringing products to the market that, elevate the brand. We want to be in the hunt side of things. And, that's kind of where, we didn't have a blind even. That wasn't even a thing at the time. We wouldn't in our wildest imagine say, we're going to bring a blind to the market.
That's kind of wild for a cooler company to be out there and then be like, dude, we could do the same thing, but with like a hunting blind. That's a pretty big undertaking.
Yeah. So now it's just, it's not really Grizzly Coolers anymore. It's basically Grizzly Outdoors. We're going to try to encompass the whole realm of everything that you need to go on that hunt, go on that fishing trip. We want to get you covered. So.
Yeah, for sure. I think that you guys are really the first like cooler brand to really brand the outdoors, not the outdoors, because like other cooler brands have done like the outdoors, but as a really much broader term of the outdoors, like camping and everything else. But you guys are really focused on like the hunting aspect of things, which is really cool. That's what draws a lot of people to Grizzly. I feel like is the hunting specific niche in the outdoors.
Yeah, even one of our early taglines was the outdoor everything cooler. Everybody uses a cooler for different things, but it's a pretty wide product that has unlimited uses, right? But everybody at Grizzly, it's Northeast Iowa. I mean, everybody's a hunter.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, the amount of camo that's just within our shipping department walking around, like it's ingrained, top to bottom, everybody gets after it, in the fall. So, that's at our core, that's why you're seeing the products you're seeing, because that's what we care about.
Yep. No, that's awesome. And being in Northeast Iowa, that's where I live too. Like, you guys are an hour away from me. So, which is
a crazy small world too. That's awesome.
Yeah. It's kind of, I haven't even been to your guys' headquarters yet, which I should. It's only an hour away. Yeah. But I actually hunt over in that general vicinity quite a bit as well. So, I know the area quite well, but, with like Grizzly specifically too, it's like, I guess I started getting your guys' stuff like early on in the company's, I guess, life, because being in Northeast Iowa is a small area. And when people kind of hear like, oh my gosh, there's this new cooler company that's in Northeast Iowa, it's like, oh shit, let's buy that. Like, it's nice.
Yeah.
There's still that like, kind of mom and pop shop, like support small businesses kind of thing, and everything else like ingrained in our heads just because we're rural communities. And that's where we get a lot of stuff from, is like from small shops, and we like to support like local before anything else. And that's awesome. That's like more local. And I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know for sure. I haven't done a whole lot of research, but you guys like the only like hard-sided, like roto-molded cooler brand that's made right here in America. Yeah,
we're one of the few. There's a couple left, but we top to bottom, we make everything in house, and it's our own ovens, right? That's really unique. I mean, some of the other USA made coolers out there, they may outsource production to somebody like us that has the rotomolding ovens, things like that, where we are doing everything under our own roof, which is something that's pretty unique. So being that made in the USA thing on all our rotomolded stuff is very important to us. And I'd say the company's been around since 1983. So it's a big deal. Decor is not that big in the grand scheme of things. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a small town. It's a family-owned business. So that's super important to everybody in the area, ownership included. Like that's something that's not going to change.
Right. Yeah. No, that's awesome. And, I mean, cause obviously like you have to compete with other things too, but like your hard side coolers, they're like, that's what your guys' bread and butter is. And so you guys aren't making like the, drinkware and stuff in house. Like that's a completely different beast, obviously, in that aspect, where it's like, but you guys are, cause you guys started with rotomolding before like the, I guess, personal, I guess, coolers, right? Because you guys made like the little the big ass beer coolers that I have at like concession stands and everything else.
Yeah,
before,
so
right?
The main company that was started in the 80s was called Iowa Rotocast Plastics. Okay, and they're heavy into the beverage, still are. I mean, we sell Budweiser coolers, all the big names, Gatorade. I mean, those big orange Gatorade sideline carts that you watch on Monday Night Football, those come out of our facility.
Oh, no shit.
So yeah, they're heavily ingrained in the beverage world, always have been. And where it all along started was the sons of the original owner, and the founder. They are big hunters, obviously, and they had a big cooler that used to be held for kegs and stuff like that. Stadiums would use it and transport kegs around. And they took that cooler out west, elk hunt, just to use personally, and this was late, like 98, 99, somewhere in there. And the guides that they were with in Colorado were like, man, like you guys are onto something here. Like the rotomolded coolers wasn't a thing then,
Yeah, no.
So they had this big cooler out there, and they were able to get 2 elk in it and drive home. Well, the guides were like, you guys gotta tweak this a little bit, and you're gonna be onto something here. So that's exactly what they did. They came back and retooled it a little bit and ended up calling it the Grizzly. Okay. And that was our first one. That was the original 400.
Oh, so that's where it started with the 400.
That was the first one.
Really?
Yeah. And
that's cool.
And it was based. It was there for the traveling hunter. That time it was elk, but really anybody that's gonna, it works great to put your gear in it. Go out west, hopefully shoot your animal, bring your animal home. Like that was the goal. Coming from, Northeast Iowa, they needed to travel to get to Colorado. So that was a big deal, getting the meat back and keeping the meat good. So, that was where it all started. That big cooler was called the Grizzly. And, they made some other coolers. They'd end up doing some private label stuff for Cabela's and Sportsman's Warehouse back in the day. And, the main focus of the company was still that beverage side though. So it wasn't, the outdoor space wasn't something that they quite were ready to pursue yet. And then as time went on, they ended up adding some more sizes. And then I come in 2012 and it just starts to keep going. And we start thinking like, well, this is going to be a brand, and the brand ended up turning to Grizzly after the very first cooler that they made. So that's where the name came from.
That's cool. I didn't realize that started with the 400, I guess. Yeah. That's a bold statement though. It's like, but that is, it's cool because when you go to a show, and see that big ass cooler sitting outside, right. Everyone's just like, whoa, dude, that thing is huge. Like, and you start gawking at it a little bit, and it gets a lot of attention and everything else. But even just the utility aspect of it too, of it, yeah, you load it up. Cause I mean, empty, it's still kind of heavy. Obviously it's huge, but it's like, you can still maneuver around with
couple people can
move it in and out, and
that
no
one's
problem. But
the dimensions on that one, and I'll say this here in a little bit when we go over some new products, but it was made to fit between the wheel wells of a pickup.
Oh, okay.
So 2 people on either end can grab the handles and walk it back to the end of the pickup where you need to store it or strap it down or whatever you're going to do. It makes it easy to do that. It's not too long, and it actually works as a storage box too at that point. So, that was nobody thinks it's real either. That's the thing. Like at trade shows, that's why I put it out towards the aisle, because everybody has to stop and think. Like they don't even realize it's actually a sold cooler that we produce and mass produce and sell to the public. So
yeah, I'm sure a lot of people just think it's like, oh yeah, it's a cool little like eye catcher. Yeah, like, oh, can we buy this? Like, yeah. Like, what again? How many times do you get that when you said big ass cooler?
It was a lot. After this last year, the whole ice bath craze thing that's going on right now has changed that a little bit. But before this year, when that got really popular, a lot of people know that cooler now from that. But before that, it was every show. Like, this isn't real, right? Like, you guys don't sell this thing really. Like, this is not a serious cooler. Yeah, it's about as serious as it gets, man.
Yeah, it's pretty serious. Because you said you can fit 2 deboned elk in it, or is that 2 bone-in elk?
Deboned,
okay.
Or quartered, depending on, game laws and whatever the state. Some you have to debone and then, some you have to bring back the whole rib cage too. So,
oh, really?
Yeah. So depending on the state you're in. But I had early on, in my career, I got one to, one of the guys at, a bow company that ran their shipping department. And, he was going out west. He put 2 elk and a mule deer in there, completely boned out.
Oh, geez.
And drove back. So,
that's pretty full.
Yeah.
That's a full cooler, dude.
They work.
Yeah. How heavy is that at that point? Do you even know?
No.
How heavy would that? That'd be heavier.
I haven't been fortunate enough to go out and shoot an elk and even try it out. So I'm the wrong person to ask there, but they're about 100 pounds empty. So whatever meat you're putting in there plus ice, I mean, it's going to add up quick, but
jeez. Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason we put forklift pockets on it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I've always looked at the 400. I'm like, man, that'd be awesome for, specifically elk hunting and stuff. But I also think I need to focus on actually killing an elk first.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But I mean, if you do kill an elk and you don't have anywhere to put it, it's like, damn.
Yeah.
I wish I had that.
When you need it, you need it. Like that's just one of those deals where if you're planning this trip and you've invested so much time, money on it and stuff like that, you don't want the meat to spoil on your way home. Like that'd be the worst.
Yeah, no, exactly.
You put all those miles on, you hike back there, you have to haul the thing out of the mountains, and then it spoils on your way home. I mean, that's no good.
Yeah, if you just end up putting it in like 3 or 4 different like shitty little Walmart coolers and stuff, you get back and you open it up, you're like, whoa, damn it. I screwed up. It's all rotten. That'd be terrible. So with the ice bath thing, I mean, that is super popular. I feel like, ice baths are, for some reason, it's like blown up. It's like a social media craze. Like people jump in them. They're like, oh, I'm so, introspective and smart, and I'm sitting in really cold water and listen to what I have to say for some reason. Like, for some reason, that's when people jump in, they get really cold and like, no, I need to record myself saying something really introspective and thoughtful, and people like it. I don't know.
Whatever happened, why that took off, I don't know, but
yeah, I don't either. I'm sure Joe Rogan had something to do with it.
Yeah.
He definitely had something to do with that whole ice bath thing. But did you, I mean, obviously not, but when that started popping off, like, was there one person in particular, like an influencer that works with you guys or something like that, it's like, I want to do this. And then people just kind of saw that and like, oh shit, that's cool.
Well, we saw, like you mentioned Rogan. I mean, he mentioned the benefits of it on the podcast all the time.
Yep.
But we had Reese Witherspoon actually did a TikTok thing using our cooler as one.
Really?
Yeah, that was like late in the summer last year. And so that just took off like wildfire. Like, and then before that, we had multiple companies that actually built the chillers for the water reach out and say, hey, I think we want to just buy your coolers and use them as the tubs, and then we'll put our chillers on there and we'll just sell the complete unit. And that's really where it took off was, you know, they just found a use for something that was already available, already in the market. And, it was just the right size. So,
yeah. So is that something that you guys work with that company that puts the chillers in, or is it
we do.
strict? You do. Okay.
Yep. We have a couple of them that we work directly with. They buy the base units and then install their parts, the chillers, the hoses, everything you need to do. And then they sell it to their customers as a complete ice down unit. So
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And it also helps with having the lid right there and everything else. So you can just close it up and keep it cold and everything else.
Yeah.
So that works pretty well. So do you want to get into some new products up? Cause specifically about the big coolers.
Yeah. So on that, I mean, while we're talking on the 400, we came out with a replacement this year. We're launching it here at ATA. We're calling it the 450. We got 50 more quarts out of it. So we made a big one even bigger.
Yeah.
It still fits in the back of a truck between the wheel wells. But it's 450 quarts. We're offering all the colors that you see, that we're offering the other sizes on. We're going to start shipping it in March, and the feedback here has been crazy on it. I mean, everybody's stopping to take a look at it. We got it set out right by the aisle again, and people want to get in it and take their picture and everything that way. So it's been good. I can't wait to get it actually in the market and get it out there, especially, you know, launching it in March. We're going to have a full year and people will be able to get it before the hunting trips start. You know, usually the Western trips start in August and continue into September, hitting that elk rut. So we'll have plenty of stock by then and people will be able to get it. It'll be great.
Oh,
Start hitting the
perfect.
store shelf. So,
is the ice bath thing, is that kind of a thing with adding more, like 50 more quarts to it? Was that in consideration for that, or was it?
Kinda.
Okay.
We changed the dimensions up a little bit just so it'd be easier for people to use it for that as well as the hunter. So one of the things we kind of double dipped on was we made it shorter than the 400.
Oh, okay.
So for one, it's easier to get in and out of it. If you're throwing meat in it or you're having to unload it in the field, it's easier to reach in because it's shorter and the walls aren't so high. You can get to the bottom. The other thing that does for the cold plunge then is when you're sitting in it, it doesn't make you sit with your arms so far up above your shoulders. So the walls are a little bit shorter. Yeah, you actually have like an armrest on the side.
Yeah. Okay.
So that like a couple of things we were able to cross market a little bit there with it. So. And we added another drain. The 400 only had one drain on one side. This one has two. So one on either end. People that use it on the boat for fishing really like that, so they can drain it on either side. They don't have to worry about moving it within the boat if they have to empty it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So,
and that's a big hoss to move around. So it makes sense.
Those offshore guys don't want to move it when they have it full of fish or ice that they can get rid of. So
I bet not. Oh, that's cool. So you guys sell them a lot to like commercial fishermen and stuff too? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, not commercial, but like, I guess, what do you call them? Like, fishing guides, charters.
Yes. But yeah, the commercial fishermen, definitely like it as just kill boxes. We have a few, larger boats that are using them off, down in Texas in the Gulf. So yeah, it's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
It's crazy. The uses that people have had for them. It never ends. And I've heard it all.
Did you guys, kind of expect like so many different uses to come out of such a big ass cooler, or was it kind of like,
I mean, it's kind of a blessing because you can use it for anything, but yeah, I mean, it's like I say, it just happens. People find a use for it. I mean, I store my big tine seed in it. In the off season, like it keeps it from rodents getting in there. It's a nice dry space. I can lock it.
That's a really good idea. Because I have some big time like feed and stuff in my garage, and I just realized a bunch of fucking mice got into it and started moving corn all over the place. That sucks, but okay. So I mean that's pretty sweet. So it still fits in the truck. So it's all like, what did you guys? Did you make it longer? Is that how you got the 50 extra quarts out of it? Or?
It's deeper front to back.
Deeper front to back. Okay.
Yeah. So that's where we gain the extra. And then we actually tapered the walls a little bit so it gets wider as you go taller. So it necks down in the bottom. And that's kind of on the ice bath side of things. We want to get a little bit of an incline there. So when you're sitting in it, you're not straight up and down.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yep.
So on the 400, did you have because I noticed in the 450, you have the, I don't know if you call them trays or like shells
dividers,
on it. Yeah. Dividers. Did the 400 have those same ones?
We had some type for that. This one, we put a lot more slots in it. And we're working on a couple different options as far as trays and dividers for this one. We had a little bit more room to add that to the accessory line with this one. So there'll be more stuff coming on down the pipe for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's pretty much everything on the 450 that I can really think of.
Yeah.
Do you guys have, any, new other products that you're launching, ATA?
Yeah, where do you want to start? I mean, we got a whole booth full of new products down there, but
I saw it. That's a loaded question. I already knew the answer.
I'll start. We're reworking our whole drinkware line. We have an all new bottle line down there. We did a 20 ounce, a 30, a 40, a 64, and a full gallon jug.
Oh shit! Nice.
Those are all new colors. They have a soft touch rubber coating on them now. So as we go through and rework our drinkware line, that's all going to be added to the mix. A new 20 ounce cup that just launched with our new magnetic lid. It's got the same disc closure that you probably saw on yours last year. But that disc part is magnetic. So you can take it off and clean it a lot easier than previous models. So, those are brand new. On the soft side, cooler front, we have all new line. We have a Drifter 6-pack cooler. We still have our 12 and 20 that we always had. The 30 roller cooler is out now. And then we will be launching, we have it here, but we'll be starting to ship in April, but we have a backpack cooler out.
Dude, that's the move.
Yeah. We're pretty excited about that one. That's going to be out in April. That'll be a good one for the turkey blinds and everything else. It's got a unique zipper on it. It's got a true zip zipper. It's basically like almost like a Ziploc bag. It's plastic. It's completely waterproof. Tracks really easy. And, we're excited to bring that one out. So it can't get here soon enough.
No, I feel like that's going to be really popular, the backpack cooler and stuff, especially for like tailgaters and other stuff like that too. It's like, that's going to be awesome. That's going to be cool. Like trade shows too. I mean, fuck, you could just load that thing up and run around. And
my first thought was, I'm going to have to take my two boys turkey hunting this year, and I'll have to have that one just for snacks for them.
Right. Yeah. How big did you say that one was again?
It's a 24 quart.
24 quart. Okay.
Yep.
It is only in that one size for now.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. As we go, there'll probably be more along that line. The design works really well, so there's going to be more coming on that front. We want this. The backpack has always been something that we've wanted, so that was where we started with that design in particular. So that'll be a good one.
Makes another super durable on a pack frame for
sure.
Like go T-bone their elk out in the woods, they can just throw it right in the cooler on a pack frame. No, that'd be silly.
Then on the hunt side of things, we have a lot on storage type things. We have a new a duffel bag out in 3 sizes, and there's a 40, a 60, and a 100 size. And the 60 and the 100 come with a changing mat as well. So the bow hunters, especially, or anybody hunting really that's changing at the truck and then going to the tree, to store your gear in that bag. And then, you can run ozone in it if you want to, and change it using the changing mat at your truck, go to the tree, and then you have all your gear in one spot. We're, like I said, start to finish, we're trying to be that one-stop shop for the hunt. So
yeah, that's cool.
Those are brand new. We have some gear totes down there that are brand new that make great trail camera bags and pretty much anything else you want to throw in them. They're virtually indestructible. I mean, they bounce around the back of the truck. You take them out and hit them with the sprayer and clean them off, and they're just bulletproof. So, and then on the hunt side too, we have a couple new accessories for the blind out. We have a new water and feed trough. An 80-gallon watering hole, basically.
Oh, really?
But you can use it for feed or water.
Oh, that's cool.
It has a drain in it. So that's something unique. We had never had a product like that before. So that's new right now. We're going to start shipping those here this spring as well. So going into trail camera season, if you're in a bait state and you can run bait, that's a good one.
Yep.
But I plan on using it for water. You can either set it on the ground or you can bury it if you want to. It's pretty versatile.
Okay. So. Are those like plastic and rotomolded as well?
Yep,
okay.
That one's rotomolded just like the coolers. It's insulated, so it's built like a tank.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's really neat. I think that's getting more and more popular with people, and especially when they have whitetail farms and stuff like that, like putting in watering holes and other stuff that I feel like that's
water's
really,
a big deal.
It is a big deal, especially if you're living in an area that doesn't have like a creek or running stream through it and stuff like that, or ponds or something like that. Like, I feel like that's getting really popular, and people are really starting to pick up steam on like putting in watering holes and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the last thing I'll touch on is the blind. We have a new product out called the Power Vent. You almost got to see this thing in person. It's gonna be hard to describe here, but basically it's an air exchange system for your blind. So it's got an internal fan and then a hood that would go on the outside of the blind. So you assemble it right through one of our existing vent holes that are in the blind. Mm-hmm. And it runs a USB connection. You can run it off of any power pack that you have for your cell phone. Like I have a little Goal Zero 30 and I ran that thing for 9 hours straight and I didn't even take my battery back down to nothing yet. So yeah, it's really good on battery life. But basically it takes the air out of the blind and puts it into this cavity in this box, and it exchanges out the air in the blind, so it cuts down on condensation, helps with fogging the windows if you're running a heater in the blind. And then from a scent standpoint, if you're using any of the scent elimination sprays, or if you're a cover scent guy and you're using, deer scents or any other cover scent, or even ozone, if you're into ozone, you can use those products in that power vent, and then you can help cover your scent as it leaves the blind.
Oh, okay. So that was actually going to be the next question I had about scent control and stuff. I feel like an air exchanger is going to be sucking air out from inside and pushing it outside. It's like, well, do you really want to do that? But that's cool. So
as you treat it, it leaves it. What's nice is it treats the air as it leaves the blind, and it's leaving it in one location. So it really cuts down on if you have to crack a window somewhere, if you're depending on your wind direction, it helps you in the long run as far as making sure that it's only escaping in one spot that you're controlling. At that point.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. That's awesome. So I've never actually hunted out of a box blind before in my life, because I don't have my own property to really put one on, but I do have a couple of permission properties that I could probably get one in on sometime. But, do you have your own spot? Are you hunting out of these box blinds quite a bit? I tested
it a little bit here this fall. We had a prototype of this power vent, and I purposely had a couple sits where the wind was wrong, for sure. Like if I always just wanted to see what this thing was going to do, and I had a clover plot on this ridge, and the wind was absolutely wrong. And I had does feeding in the clover, at 40 yards, and they barely picked their head up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that time I was running ozone through it. And then I had a couple other people in Iowa that tried, it's just their deer scent of choice, whatever they were using, and they said they had good results with it too. So
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
That's really neat. Yeah. I mean, so when you're saying that you're treating the system and stuff, like how, I guess, are you just putting it out in the blind and it's just automatically going through the exchanger and that's how you're doing it? Or are you
no, I'm putting the whole, ozone machine inside this box.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, and I'm shutting, there's a cover on it that doubles as a shelf. So you're gaining an extra shelf too when you get this thing. But, when you shut that in there, then the two internal fans that you're creating is sucking the air into this box and going inside the walls of it, if that makes sense. So it's inside the cavity. So if you believe in ozone, it's essentially treating your air inside a closed environment.
Damn,
so you're not even smelling any ozone in the blind when you're in there and running with it.
That is
just
cool.
Exiting the blind. So
that's bad, because that is one thing. Like I know it's a scent elimination system, like the ozone and everything else, but it does have a scent. Like
yeah, oh yeah,
you could smells like nothing, I guess, but nothing smells like something. If that makes any sense, that's really kind of hard to explain, I guess. But if you've
I'm following.
Yeah, if you ever used ozone, like what I'm talking about, like you're running a room clean or something like that, or like those little plugins on your vehicle and stuff. You can tell that it's ozone in the air.
Right.
So No, that's, and it would be something where it's like you run it inside in a closed environment, like you can tell. So it's nice to just have like.
Yeah, and I ran it pretty hot too. I wanted to just see if the fan on the power vent would keep up, and it did. And the guys that I talked to that were running, an actual cover scent, I thought, man, if they're smelling that the whole time they're hunting too, that's not going to be ideal.
Yeah.
So and it was able to alleviate that. Like they weren't sitting there smelling that stuff either. So
okay.
It is exchanging out the air. And then the other thing I noticed too, like early season, like myself in Minnesota, we start the middle of September. So I could have some days where it's 80, 90 degrees on opening day. And to get that hot air out of the blind where you wouldn't have to open up multiple windows if you didn't want to.
Okay.
That exchange system will do that as well.
Oh, so it's actually,
so it'll cool it down.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's really awesome because that's one thing you see from like the hunting shows when they're in enclosed box blind and stuff like that in this early season.
Right.
And they're just like, dude, it's so fucking hot in here. It's just drenched. This sucks.
Yeah.
But we gotta be here,
Yep.
And it's like, dang, that's a pretty good move because it's not like, I guess like an air conditioner, but just that movement of
it's
swapping the air out and stuff.
It's getting that old musty air that's been in there, at that point, you hadn't been in your blind all summer.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hot in there when you get there for the first time. And if you can help get that out when you get in there and not have to open up the windows, or that might hurt you from a scent perspective or, visuals perspective, that's going to help you.
Yeah.
So,
well, and also just like, I guess if you're putting in long hours and stuff in that blind, it's like, I don't know. Maybe you went out and had Taco Bell the day before, and you're in there just farting up in your blind. It's like it'd be kind of nice to be able to suck them farts out and get them out, so you're not just basking in your own scent. Just
we
dying.
got you covered.
Yeah, we got you covered, dude. Run some ozone in there. The deer won't know you're shitting your pants, and your buddies that are in there with you will be like appreciative that you're sucking your Taco Bell farts out.
I don't quite think that that's going to make the sales flyer, but I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, you like sitting in your own shit? No, neither do we. We got you covered. I don't know. Like I said, I never sat in one, but I feel like that's a factor that you got to consider.
Yep.
I don't know. That's bad. We should cut that part out.
No, I'll leave it in.
Okay. No, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Like, when it comes to tower blinds and stuff, man, that's something I've always been interested in, but it's just like, you just have to have the right spot for it and everything else. And getting kids involved and everything that'd be the move right there. It's a little bit more comfortable and everything else, but
that was the big thing for me. Right when we started going down this project and everything and truly getting into the blind business. And I just so happened, like I had two young boys, so like they're 7 and 9 now. So taking them along is just a ton easier than what I used to do. Even in a pop-up blind, you got to worry about sound. With this thing and our rubber mats and the window shades and everything that goes along with it, I can take them in there and they can be jacking around or dropping stuff on the floor like, kids will do. It's not going to completely kill your hunt, like you want them to see something, right? At the end of the day, keep them interested. So, you 10 minutes in, they start making a bunch of noise and you bust out your deer for the evening.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to have a great experience.
Oh yeah. And then it makes it a little bit easier too, because you don't, as a dad and you're taking your kids out there, it sucks when you're constantly sitting there like, shh, stop doing that. Knock that off. It's like, you want to have fun and you want to be a little bit more relaxed, but if you're, banging around and making noises, obviously you're going to have a bad hunt, but it's like a little bit, alleviates a little bit of stress as a parent, like not feeling like a dick when you're constantly telling them to shut up.
Well, and to keep them out there longer too. Like the whole heat thing, like if they get cold and they want to go home, like that's no good either. Like usually, like in my previous experience, like they always get cold right at prime time.
Yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
If this keeps them in the game, another half hour longer, that's awesome. That can change their whole perspective on what you're doing out there,
And because in your guys' blinds, like they're all one piece, right? They're all roto molded like as one.
Yep.
Right?
There's no seams in it. It's all a one piece shell when it comes out of the oven, and then we just cut out the spaces for the doors and the windows, and it goes on to assembly from there. So, it is all one piece. The windows, I've 3 different gaskets on them. So everything is sealed up really well. And, this last year we started putting a PVC floor base in it as well. So there's no more plywood in them or anything like that. So you go in there with snow on your boots, right?
Yep.
Or you can let somebody else hunt your blind. They leave your window open and it rains and you get water in your blind. Well, there's nothing in this blind that's going to rot.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty bulletproof in that regard. So, long term, it's going to last, and that's what we're after. We want to make sure that, if you get a grizzly blind, like you're going to be hunting out of it for as long as you're hunting.
Yeah.
Like we want to keep you in the game.
Right. No, that's awesome. With the one piece construction, are you finding that in my mind, I feel like it's going to hold heat better too in those really cold, like late season hunts and stuff like that too.
It does.
I feel
it
like
does for
keep
sure.
It nice and warm in there.
For sure. And, with temperature change with everything, I mean, you're right up there with us. You have extreme heat in the summer and you have extreme cold in winter. So with those varying temperatures, plastic, everything expands and contracts. So if you have seams and stuff, they start to separate and then you have more issues.
Yeah, exactly.
With no seams, you don't have that.
Yeah, with any type of like construction of anything, it's like the less moving parts you have, the less failures you have.
Right.
It's like when you're building something or else you're always like, or troubleshooting something, you're always looking for like the weakest link in the chain. But if there's, I guess, less links,
right,
and it's all one piece, like you're going to have less issues in it.
Yep.
I feel like, so that's, I feel like that's a pretty big move because you got to be the only hunting blind company out there that does it like that.
There's a couple.
There's a couple.
Yeah,
okay.
There's a couple that rotomold like that. Our shape is pretty unique.
Yeah, it is.
With the 8 sides and just the way we have the angles on the corners. It sounds like nothing, but when you get in there, your field of view is really good. Like you don't have the dead spot in the corners like you do in some of the others.
Sure.
The other thing that we did with that is all of our windows are the same size. So there's 3 that are turned horizontal and then there's 5 vertical windows. So those vertical windows in the corners are a lot wider because we use the same size. So that helps from a shootability standpoint. That helps from a field of view standpoint. And the other thing that does for you is our window shades. They're all interchangeable then.
Oh, sure.
So
yeah.
you buy a blackout window shade, you buy a mesh window shade. They fit everything. You can configure the blind however you want.
So all the windows are the same size, whether they're vertical or horizontal?
Correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
That was done on purpose just so that when you buy our accessories, they're interchangeable. If all of a sudden you want to move that blind to somewhere else and you need blackout shades on the left versus the right or however you want to configure it, you can do that in the field, no problem. And it makes it real easy to hunt out of that way.
Oh, that's badass. That's really nice. It makes things way simpler, just for everybody. So it makes it easier on like, a customer service standpoint too. If people are calling, like, what do I need to get for this? Like, you don't need to do any measurements. You just buy what you need and go for it. So, and
it's easier on the dealers too when they're stocking the stuff. Like they don't need a lot. They can focus on what they want to sell and what their customers want, and they're not bombarded by a whole bunch of different options that make it confusing. So, that made it happen. And then the other thing too with those window shades, they actually move with the window, so they're not just draped over the top. They actually clip onto the window itself. So then as you open the window, nothing's going to get hung up on anything. Like in the heat of the moment, if all of a sudden you got to shoot out the back door, all you got to do is open the window.
Yeah, that's awesome. Having a more vertical windows, I mean, that's got to be good for bow hunters because shooting out of a horizontal window with a bow, that's kind of lame. So like, having more of the vertical windows and everything else, that's got to be good for
it helps your field of view. And with that too, I mean, being that they are a little bit wider, you can get that bow shot out of a horizontal window. It makes it a little bit easier to do that on ours as well. So that went into play when we were discussing sizes and everything like that with the windows. So our window system is pretty solid, and it's one of the reasons why everybody, when they get in it, that's their first comment is the windows and how they look and what you can see out of the thing just from standing in the middle of it. So
that's you guys ship those? You guys ship those overseas?
The blinds? No, no, we haven't done that yet.
Dude, I was thinking about it when you're talking about it. I'm like, the blinds that we used in Africa, they had like the smallest slits. Like it was kind of tough to get some shots off. I'm like, dude, if we could just get those grizzly blinds and some African spots that we when we're going back there. Like that'd be sick, especially with the air control and not the air control, but the air exchanger.
Sure.
Jeez,
Yep.
Pizza.
That would help down there.
Dude, that'd be so nice. Yeah, that'd be awesome. You won't have to worry about like as many geckos and stuff in there too. There's like a real gecko problem in there, which is nuts.
All those mounts that you guys are having shipped back, if they can ship that here, we should be able to ship blinds.
Yeah, I know,
there.
right? Yeah, I need to talk to Kurt and talk to Stuart and like, figure out a way how to get some grizzly box blinds in Africa. So that'd be awesome. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Let's figure that out.
Yeah, we do. We need to figure that out. Yeah. International shipping to Africa. That'd change the game over there, I think. I don't know. It'd be hard to steal too. So, I mean, there's a lot of poaching and stuff and other things. I feel like they'd be able to figure it out.
But, I think I need to come and test one when that happens.
Yes. Yeah, you do. It'd give you a reason to go to Africa to test the product, make sure it's working good.
Yep, absolutely. So, I am 100% behind that.
Yeah. Have you ever been to like Africa or anything?
I have not.
No. You have interest in?
I do. It wasn't as high on my list as some of the other animals that are out there in the States and stuff. But after your guys' trip, dude, that kind of moved it higher up on the list.
Yeah, it is a different thing. So we all went there thinking like, oh, okay, we'll go to Africa once and check the box and kind of do that thing and figure it out, and have fun doing it. But everyone we talked to on the way there too, we were talking to them that have been to Africa. We met is a couple, a man and woman. They were at the airport and we were talking about Africa and stuff, and like, oh yeah, we've been there like 8 times. We're like, oh geez, and and we were talking to them and they like said the same thing, and they're like, they looked at us and they're like, no, you're not. Like, you'll go back. I'm like, I don't know, we'll see. And we get there, I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I want to do this as much as I can. Like, this is so much fun.
That's what everybody says. Like, once you go, you're locked in.
Yeah,
at that point.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard that more than once, and not just from you guys either.
Yep, you really do catch the bug. It's a real problem, actually, because it's so much fun. You would just want to keep going back, but it is like a big undertaking going all the way overseas. And, if you're fighting with guns or even your bows and stuff, bows are a little bit easier because they're not firearm, but man, it is a blast. It's a good time.
That flight scares me.
That's
a long flight, man.
What's the longest flight you've been on?
Oh, I've had a couple 3+ hour deals. Okay. And then, nothing major like that.
Yeah. So you're looking at like 10 times that.
Yeah.
For going to Africa.
Like,
it's long.
Yeah. It's Minneapolis to LA. Like that's, I've done that a few times, but like nothing like what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, getting to Afghanistan was longer, but that's obviously Afghanistan's a little different. The logistics are different, but
yeah, that's a whole different program.
Yeah. The plane was a lot more comfortable. Qatar Airways was much more comfortable than the bullshit commercial flights that we flew. Cause we did fly like a commercial airplane from the States over to like, we got over there. Anyways, but it was like hand-me-down planes that like, the airliners didn't need anymore. I don't know if they're like on the verge of junking them. And there's like, we'll sell them to the military. Then they can, so you don't have to fly like C-17s or anything all the way over there. So they gave us their hand-me-down commercial flight airliners, airplanes, and I don't know, man. I looked over on the wing and I saw duct tape, and that's not a good feeling. So I'm like, damn it, dude.
That'll boost the confidence. When
I know.
Strapped in, like look out, see duct tape.
Yeah, they call it 100-mile-an-hour tape, but I know that those planes are going way faster than 100 miles an hour. It's like not good. But I guess last question on the hunting blinds that I wanted to get to. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but do you guys currently don't have like a platform that you're selling with them? It's just the blind, right?
We do have an option. We have an 8-foot tower.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. It's a tower that mounts right. So the blind itself, I'll preface this, it comes on a steel frame. And on that steel frame, we have some mounting brackets that the 8-foot tower would attach to. Or if you buy our 4x4 pocket kit, it's just pockets for a 4x4 post if you want to build your own.
Okay.
So if you want to go at 6 feet, or if you want to go, whatever, 4 feet, you want to be a little bit lower, you can build your own 4x4s and use those pockets, or get our steel tower. And then on that frame as well, there's forklift pockets, so it makes it easy to move the thing around.
Okay.
So I have a couple that are on 5-footers.
Mm-hmm.
And so I can pull up right with my skid loader with forks on it, pick the whole blind up with my 4x4 built frame and move it wherever I want in the field. So as the crops come out,
Oh,
I
yeah.
can start moving that blind around where it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And if you do it right with a skid loader or a tractor or something like that, that doesn't really hurt the deer. You know,
right. Yeah.
They just think it's another, like they're taking more crops out, you know,
Yeah.
you know, all of a sudden there's a blind there.
Yeah.
You know, so it really makes that easy. The way that frame is set up to move them around.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you, cause I know, Eric and I think Kurt did it too. You know about this, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, the grain cart deal.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's nice.
Yeah, that's the move.
That is the move, man. That is badass. But I've seen other people. I think Bill Winke, he did it on his stuff, where he puts it on like a trailer.
Yeah.
Like and grabs his truck and moves that around and does the same kind of concept with that stuff. But
there's a ton of different trailers out there too. That some of them raise and lower too. So I mean, like that frame makes it easy to mount to any of those. So anybody that any product out there trailer wise, this thing works with. And I mean, I've had people build them on flatbeds and lift them up 2 feet. You know, there's a bunch of stuff out there. So
yeah,
options are endless.
Yeah, you wouldn't think it'd be that maneuverable, but people will get pretty crafty, and it's got to be cool as a company to see the ingenuity of the consumers. Be like, oh, nice, that's cool.
Yeah, or even down in Texas, like those guys are fabbing up huge metal towers. Like they're going 25, 30 feet up in the air.
Jeez. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's tall, dude.
Yeah. I got a picture I'll show you afterwards, but it's nuts. Well, they got to just their tree line is so short. There's those scrubby trees down in Texas.
Yeah.
So they want to get high and get over the top so they can shoot rifles a long ways. So height's a big deal down there.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm hearing from that type of customer.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean that definitely makes sense why they want to be a little bit higher, just so you can shoot because they're not even really trees. It's more like it's kind of like Africa actually. Yeah. It's like the bush. Like it's just like a nasty like little scrub
oaks or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So that's cool. I mean, you have a pretty big base down in Texas and stuff with all that.
It's growing. Yeah, it's growing. Obviously we started in the Midwest, and being a Midwest company, we're a lot stronger. That Minnesota, Iowa, Dakotas, Wisconsin, and that's really blind country. Like the bulk of the blinds are sold there, but Texas is definitely growing. From us, it's a little bit longer ship time from us from Iowa. So,
sure.
As we get more proficient at that, our reach is growing in a big way. And even out like East Coast to like New York, Pennsylvania, we're starting to get a lot more presence out there too. So
that's cool.
Yep. It's growing.
Yep, for sure. All right. Well, I don't want to take up their whole time, and it looks like people are starting to come in for beer hour.
It's beer 30.
Yeah, it's beer 30. So, I don't want to take up the rest of your time, but, did we touch on pretty much everything we want to touch on? Is there anything else you wanted to?
Yeah, we hit all the new products. I mean, we're going to have some more, mid-year launches this year as well. So, get on social media, just Grizzly Coolers, Instagram. We're pretty heavy on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Just watch those accounts or, grizzlycoolers.com. We'll do product launches there as well. So keep an eye on new stuff coming this year, and, thanks for having me on. Yeah,
no, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you guys stepping up and partnering with me and Victory Drive so early on in the show's life, I guess. So it's like it makes me feel good that you guys are looking at it and being like, yeah, we believe in this smaller podcast is just getting started up. I mean, it definitely helps being hooked up with Kurt, and that connection obviously came across that way. But it's like taking the step and I guess partnering with me and Victory Drive, I really appreciate that as well. So
yeah, no problem, man. We're happy to be aboard, and I'm glad we could make it work. And it's great. I mean, it's a niche that we're heavily invested in. You do it differently than most other podcasts in that realm that we've seen. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Like the partnership for sure.
Yeah, it's a good time. So hope we can keep it going for at least a while longer. So.
Absolutely, man. We'll do it again.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.